Hey there, my name's Szczurek and I'm a project manager at Transport for London for sustainability and innovation. So Transport for London, obviously we are a transport provider, but more recently we've been looking into how we can be shaping the city of London. And we've launched a property development portfolio which consists of 10,000 homes with a pipeline of a further 40,000. Now, at the heart of this programme is sustainability, and of course you can't have sustainability without that social pillar, of which community is a key aspect. So in this short video, I want to be discussing how technology and innovation is transforming that community engagement process, and consequently what impact that is having on the digital high street. So community-driven tech in the engagement process overall is going to be having a massive impact on accessibility and inclusion. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the current challenges which we have. So really, if we think about it, the planning process has not been digitised for a long time. And what this means is that we sort of have this over-representation of the same groups of people from the same demographics, and often we're not really reaching those younger generations or even those hard to engage groups. So what we need to do is see how we can try and get those groups involved, and how we can change what we currently do now, which is very much creating for the community and actually create with the community, and this is participatory design and co-creation. So obviously there's some technologies out there to help us with this, and I'll touch on a couple of those. But when we are doing this process, we need to be thinking about data, which is obviously transforming the way that this community process works. And we need to see if we can turn qualitative data, people's opinions, into some quantitative data as well, which is a challenge. So how do I think innovation is helping this process, and what are we here at Transport for London considering? Well, firstly, obviously the pandemic has massively it kind of forced our hand a little bit, and what we did is start to do some online engagement, and we actually found that we had 12% higher interaction rate by doing these online portals where people, the online consultations, compared to previously. And this was very much like almost like a test run. So imagine if we took the time to fine tune that process, we're estimating that we could increase our engagement rate by over 100% if we really put our minds to it. So what else are we doing to really bring communities together and bring them into this process where they can transform the high street and the towns in which they're living in? So there's some great examples by Peabody and Hobbs 3D of kind of using these 3D visualizations at these consultations, and they introducing augmented reality and virtual reality. And what these do is they bring that consultation process to life, and they really create a buzz around these consultations. And this is fantastic because suddenly the community engagement process becomes something that people really want to attend. It's desirable, whereas at the moment it's kind of it's not. It's boring, and if we can excite and inspire our communities, that can help connect our communities and bring them together, so they're playing an active role in transforming their spaces. So I guess that touches on a couple of things in terms of what else we're considering. So I think it's really important that we're listening to our communities, so we're exploring what kind of software and tools might be able to help us track their opinions. So looking at software that tracks social media and the voices, and trying to identify those key trends through different points of with data as well. And I guess just to bring back to the final point, so all of this, what this does is it makes it a more accessible and inclusive process. We are unlocking opportunities for communities to have a real voice in what they're saying for the high street.